In this tutorial, I will explain how you can program a microbit to measure the light brightness of the surrounding area. When you cover the photocell sensor, it should give a low reading, and when it is exposed to light, a much higher one. There is already a light sensor on board the microbit, and you can complete a simpler version of this project without the sensor shield. You can find this version at link 1 below. However, using the extension kit will help you obtain a deeper understanding of how the program and components work together. You will need a microbit and a Keyestudio 37-in-1 starter kit for this project. A link to details about the kit can be found at link 2 in the notes. The components you will need are the microbit mainboard, a Keyestudio microbit Sensor V2 shield, a USB cable, a Keyestudio photocell sensor, and 3 FF DuPont jumper wires. All of these except the microbit itself can be found in the kit. Details of these components can be found at link 3 in the notes. You may also need a USB-A to USB-C adapter if you have a more modern computer, which will enable you to connect up the microbit. You should connect the components exactly as in this diagram. A link to the diagram can also be found in the notes. These ports can sometimes be in different orders, depending on how old your kit and components are. So connect them according to the names on the ports of your photocell sensor and your sensor shield, instead of just blindly following the diagram. Don't be too concerned if the microbit does not go into the sensor shield at first. You will need to push it in with a little bit of force to ensure it is correctly in place. You should pay very close attention to the name of each connection from the photocell sensor and ensure it goes into exactly the right pin of the sensor shield. VCC from your photocell sensor should go to V11 on the shield. Grounding from your photocell sensor should go to G2 on the shield. S from your photocell sensor should go to S0 on the shield. Remember also that the cable from the computer must be connected to the microbit when you download, but it can be connected to either the microbit or the shield if you just need a power source. Then finally, it is time to create your program. So the first thing you need to do is navigate to MakeCode. In MakeCode, select New Project, give the project a name such as Light. Now you're going to need both the On Start and Forever blocks. So we will move Forever down here. We will go to Basic and select Clear Screen. Then we need to put something within Forever. So we'll go to Basic once again. We select Show Number and we'll drop that in Forever. Then we go back to Basic and we'll select Pause. Drop that underneath Show Number. We'll go to Advanced and then we're going to select Serial and we will choose Serial Write Value. We'll change the X here to brightness as a measure of the brightness of the surrounding environment. We'll go to Pins and we'll select Analog Read Pin P0 and drop it next to brightness in here. We'll duplicate that and drop the same block next to Show Number. So once you are finished with the program, you should plug in your microbit. You should see it appear somewhere on your desktop like it is here. Then move to the bottom left of the MakeCode screen and select Download. Then if you navigate to your Downloads folder, you should see there's a microbits file here. All you need to do is drag that file and drop it onto your microbit. As it downloads, you should see a light flashing on your microbit, which indicates that the download is in process. Finally, when the download is completed, the light should be steady. Once the program is on the microbit, the onboard LEDs will show a number. This number should change if you cover the sensor or if you move to a brighter location. If your device does not function like this, there are a few things that you can try. Firstly, make sure that you have connected all 3 cables from the photocell sensor correctly to the sensor shield, and also make sure that the cable from your microbit is correctly connected to your power source. You should trace each cable very carefully and make sure they are plugged in exactly as required. Also, double check the program to make sure you have chosen the correct blocks. A fun extension challenge might be to add an LED and program the microbit to turn the LED on only when the room is dark. You can find full details about this project at the link to the Keyestudio wiki below. It is Project 22, Light Brightness.